What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. Today, I want to talk about release versus increase. And I'm talking in terms of freedom, talking in terms of liberation, talking in terms of spiritual awakening. The idea of release versus increase is to check in with ourselves to see if we're making progress on the path to the soul. On the path to the soul, we can know that we're on the right path when we are experiencing release, not increase. So, for example, release of beliefs, release of the need to hold on to something, release of the need to feel right, release of the need to have needs. The path to the soul is not about increasing our fixations. It's not about increasing our desire for evidence. It's not about increasing our pockets, our bank accounts. It's not about increasing our attachments. It's about releasing our attachments, not increasing. It's a big difference. So we have to pay attention, because if you're careful, you can see that the ego is very, very cunning, very sneaky. If you're not careful, you can find yourself slipping down the wrong path and actually increasing your attachments and actually going the wrong way on the path. So it's important, that we check in with ourselves pretty often on the path to the soul. It's not about making ourselves bigger, not about increasing or improving the personality or getting better. It's about releasing our needs, releasing our judgments, releasing the need for control. It's always about letting go, and then letting go of the need to let go. That's how deep it gets. We keep doing that over and over and over again until there's nothing left, and that is the beginning of our awareness of pure being. Pure being, our awareness of it is going to first be a lot of emptiness, a lot of nothingness, a lot of blackness. This is where a lot of people turn their backs. So in the Bible, Jesus' disciples turn their backs on him when he gets arrested. And that's the moral to the story. We're the ones turning our backs on the truth, turning our backs on the soul, because we'd rather have something more convenient, basically. But I'll tell you what, in the long run, it's less painful to go on the path to the soul than it is to continue without spiritual awakening. So, as I say, it's a matter of releasing everything, releasing our desires, releasing our hopes for the future, releasing our need for survival, which is a very, very deep one, and it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of experience and maturity to be able to even approach being able to release the instinct for survival. But that's what it takes on the path. It's a very tall order, and we have to consider, to be compassionate, that we're dealing with forces that are beyond our awareness, and very powerful forces. I mean, the instinct for survival is not something you can wash away with a hot shower. We've been, as humans, been carrying this need for survival through thousands, millions of years, passing it on through our DNA, and we're getting better at it as we go along with each successive generation. So it gets increasingly difficult. But, as God says, all things are possible, or the Bible says, all things are possible with God. So yeah, it's a matter of release, and that's the beauty of the spiritual path. The truth will set us free. And if we're not experiencing more freedom, and it's usually the opposite, we're experiencing more bondage. We're actually increasing our attachments and fixations when we need to be releasing them. It's a big difference. Pay attention to yourself and your path, and you can kind of gauge which way you're going on your path, and then maybe you can understand that some changes need to be made because you become aware of, well, maybe I'm increasing my attachments versus decreasing them. John Dominique, the Soul Proponent.